This is Lady Myya. Hello, you guys. Guess what? Okay, so I got my homegirl, Erin Reiland here, okay? Sister Sledge got a story, okay? I spoke to her and she blew my mind. I wish I was exaggerating, but y'all gonna see. She said she's an open book. I'm gonna ask all type of questions. We're gonna bring the tea, and the tea is gonna be given. That's all I'm saying. But certainly, thank you so much for your energies, dear heart. I do appreciate you. My Mayan tribe, please welcome Miss Erin Reiland. Woohoo!
I feel like I'm in space.
She was orbiting.
I was. That's what I was doing. Watch out, guys.
You know what? You have such a story. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna let them get to know who you are first. Yeah, and then we're gonna go into your story, because that story right there, I got questions. So yes, definitely. So please tell us, what's the name of your business?
My business is called InBodyLove Coaching. So InBodyLove Coaching. And I am certified disordered eating, body image, anxiety, that type of realm coach for women. A small amount of men, but 99.9% of clients are women. Yeah.
Wow, that is so. You hear it. Like back in the day, you heard a lot of it, but you didn't really see it. Because everything was always kind of hidden. And different things like that. So that, I mean, obviously it's still happening. We just didn't really pay it that much attention, but we do apologize in advance.
No, and it's for sure. It's really a hard thing, especially when you think of eating disorder. You think of that typical like emaciated person dying. Oh, where it's eating disorders. I mean, people that are, let's say, bulimic, who binge and purge, they can look completely normal,
right?
But they're basically dead. I mean, physically and emotionally. Like, it's that dangerous. Medically, but you look at them and you're like, oh, they're fine.
Right.
You just have no idea, because eating disorders are so
internal.
There's not one way to look like that.
Yeah. Right. Oh wow, that is interesting, because it's like, okay. Tell them the program that you were in, that you're a part of. And give us an explanation of what they do.
Okay. No problem. I love. So I got certified by a program. It's called Hungry for Happiness. Well, you can find them on Instagram that way. And Sam Skelly's also, she started that. And then now another program, Pause, PAUSE, Breathwork. Like breath. Like you're saying, you're like, what? You mean breathing? I said, yes. So it's breathwork. And so basically, the breathwork is a certification program to become a facilitator, and it's using your breath to connect back into your body, to bring yourself from that heightened sense of like this through the use of breath. And it is mind-blowing. Seriously, in the 6 months I've been in it so far, it has changed my day-to-day way of living. I've gotten to bring it into my clients, and they're like, what is this? And I'm like, breathwork. And you don't really, it's not mainstream, but I'm telling you, it's for real.
I know that's right. It's gotta be.
It's not a UFO, I am telling you. No. And so, if you literally, it's so hard for people to like, come out of this, like, we're all in this logical, in our head minds of like, especially now, it's like all hamster wheel. And with breath
Right.
work, I help people like unlock, get out of the logical mind, drop into your body,
Right.
and let your breath just lead the way. And what happens is it releases just energy, emotions you not even know you had. And it comes out. And I don't know how, but our bodies and brains just know. And I mean, I've cried, I've laughed, everything in this session. So,
Wow.
and the feeling is afterwards, it literally changes the pH in your blood. And there's all these scientific studies coming out, and it's just, I'm like a banner for breath work right now. Like, don't forget to breathe, because that's really important, and
Need
never
that.
do it while driving or swimming underwater. There's my, please don't do this. Someone asked me, "Do you do breath work when you're driving?" I'm like, "Yeah, not if you want to get in an accident."
Oh
But yeah, and Hunger for Happiness is the beginning program. It's a 10-month certification program,
no. Okay.
centered around body image or anxiety relationship. Because I knew that's what I wanted to do,
Right.
but I didn't want to
That's
take like an online 5-hour course
no.
and be like, I'm certified. No, that was 10 months of like amazing work, hard work, but like the best type of work, because it wasn't work. And now I get to like
Help other people.
help and be like with these people and I just got it from such a place of someone she has gone through it herself. Sam had. So you find someone you learn from
Right.
who's been through it.
That's true.
Yeah. So it's all like,
It's cosmic.
it is. That's why I feel like the
I
woo.
know. Yes. I'm super excited for you, because I'm like, this is such a transition for you, and to see how, you were saying how you were. Okay, you got to tell them the story, because I don't want to ask the questions and they were like, what's she talking about?
So it all started when I was born. No, I'm just kidding. Totally just kidding. Okay, I gotta totally just kidding.
It's okay.
No, it's not. I'm totally just kidding. So I really struggled. I had a gnarly eating disorder from when I was 15 to about 36. And I've been recovered for over 4 years now. And my eating disorder was, periods of time of being okay, but really it was a straight 20 years of an eating disorder. Every single type, brand, model, everything and anything that an eating someone could have, I had. It morphed into different things. I went into treatment. I probably was in like 13 different residential where I would leave for 4 to 8 to 12 weeks. It just depends. Get back out, really try recovery, and slip back and relapse. And it's hard for people to kind of maybe understand, like, how can you not get better after that long? Like, and believe me, I thought the same thing. But I do know that by not working on the underlying things that I didn't really understand or see, I didn't really look at the pain that I had inside of me until I started really working on that. It was like putting a Band-Aid on it. And it was just a matter of time before it would come off and I'd be in it, And it's because some of that stuff was so painful and some of it I didn't even know until I actually allowed for the thought that I wasn't just a bad person or I was just an eating disorder. You kind of, at that point, you redesign yourself on some level for me. So I just I just kind of lived the eating disorder. I was one.
Mm.
And so it's hard for people to see that, like, oh, it's a choice.
Mm.
It's a choice in some manners. It's a choice to continue to fight. It's a choice to actually look at your stuff. It's a choice to want to get better and be okay with slipping back, but it's not a choice to have an eating disorder.
Right. Yeah,
Because you
because
can't
that's,
sit in it.
isn't it like more mental than physical?
I think, yeah. How I say it's like the body obviously is just our way of expressing the pain, the hurt, the fear.
Yeah.
That's where it comes out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whereas it's like an alcoholic or a drug addict, they have drugs.
Right.
Eating disorders, we have food. But it does, like, for me, became obsessive. You get so malnourished or so crazed about it
Mm-hmm.
that all it is about the weight. It is about the scale. It
Mm-hmm.
does define your day, your worth, what you eat, what you don't eat. It comes all about the body because, hey, guess what? I mean, you're trying to control this. And so
Mm-hmm.
you're looking at the body to be like, is this falling? Why isn't it listening? But all it is really distracting, numbing, deflecting, shaming yourself for things that you are hurting or feeling.
Okay.
And it took me that long
Wow.
to put
I,
these things into
well,
place.
I do have a quick question though, because with that, um, I guess I'm asking, is it something that you find that like maybe the way you're looking and you feel like, okay, because from what I know, and I might sound ignorant, and
No,
please
that's why I
excuse
love.
me.
No, the thing is, that's why I rather have someone who doesn't. Because guess what? Then nothing is stupid. I always feel
Right.
it's
Okay.
more
Okay.
knowledge, the better. I'd rather, it's,
Right.
so
Like,
no,
okay, from school.
yeah.
Okay. When I was in high school, and they went over bulimia and different things like that, and it was because they thought that they were overweight, or they were
Mhm,
trying to be something that they weren't,
mhm.
and different things like that, or they just wanted to fit in the dress or what
Yeah.
have you, and it was all more self-image than it was mental. But
Mhm,
I was just like, I don't know how true that is, because I've seen some girls that were passing out and they
mhm.
were just not in a good place at all. And I'm like, what is happening to you? But I couldn't figure it out, nor did they want to talk about it. So it was just like one
Yeah.
of those things.
Yeah.
It wasn't really, it didn't resonate with me. I mean, I understood it because everybody thought I was bulimic when I was in high school, because I was so little and I was very thin. And they were like, oh my God, because I was under 100 pounds until I got out of high school. And I was just
Yes, you
like,
have, like, the opposite, or people think you are because you're a certain way you look or what you eat, and so people
exactly.
will go, "Oh, you must be.
Yeah.
What are you doing with that food?" You know?
Right, exactly. And then I guess I had like a high metabolism because I was putting away stuff. I was like,
Yeah,
I need to get bigger because everybody keeps picking on me. I got picked on ungodly. And so I was just like,
yeah.
man. Now, would you say that a lot of them were bullied or?
No, I mean, I think some I mean, I think there's some form of bullying, whether it's external or internal.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have to be necessarily like a huge thing. I mean, it's literally like if someone says something to you when you're young, a weight comment, that can trigger it, where it wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
trigger it with someone else. It's
Right.
so weird how our DNA, the way our personalities are made
Yeah.
up of, where one thought or someone destroys another person.
Right.
Um, yeah, people that are, bullied, or it's so, I mean, the things with eating disorders, there's no one reason.
Way.
There's
Yeah.
no one reason someone goes to this one or this one.
Right.
There are subtypes of, okay, well, people with bulimia tend to have this more, and people with anorexia tend, but these are all tens. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I think what kind of makes it hard is because sometimes I think it does start out as I want to fit into this dress.
Right.
But guess what happens? It gets a little out of control, and then all of a sudden, it just becomes like it's like a obsession. It's like you can't stop it,
Right.
and then it just takes its own.
A life, huh?
But yeah, but then guess what? There was something underneath that
Right.
to begin with that
Kept that going.
was already there.
Right.
So you put that on with the eating disorder. There's always something underneath. It's always, it might start out as like a vanity or like, I can eat as much as I want. All I have to do is throw it up.
Right.
It's not just that. It's there's a reason why you feel like you need to go then and like eat and throw up. But
Right.
Unfortunately and unfortunately, there's always something.
Right. Right. No,
And I didn't know that something.
You know that something?
I know. Well, now I had a lot of sexual trauma from when I was like 8 to 12.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I knew, and that's the whole thing with memory. Your kids' brains protect themselves,
Right.
right? If they didn't, kids would be, there would be a lot more like suicides by young kids. And so our brains protect us. Although I may have known something was off, like it didn't really connect. And then until really my son was 2 and he's 12 now, did everything like Jimmy. That's when it came, like 10 years ago is when everything finally connected.
Wow. Okay.
Like I knew, but then I knew.
Right.
So I don't want to say just the trauma was why I had eating disorder.
Right.
But it definitely laid the groundwork for my low self-esteem, for why I thought I wasn't, good enough, or
Right.
I wanted to just be okay, or be, and so there's all these things like that can happen.
Right.
You just don't know.
Okay. Because now you got me. You got a whole lot of questions just raised, and I'm like, no. Okay, so I guess my question is, what was the mindset that you had when you decided to stop?
I think so. I live in California. I was in Oklahoma, far away from my son. My mom was once again watching him. Obviously, because she's amazing. She's never wavered in me since I was 15. I can't imagine. But that's a mom's love, right?
Right.
Jeez. Now that I have a kid, I'm like, but she was watching my son again, and he was starting to definitely know, like, why is mom keep going away for work? I mean, he was 6.5, 7.
Right.
So he really didn't understand why there were things I kept going away, but he had grandma. But I really think I had gotten to the point where when my doctors were saying, do you have a will? And I said, a what? I'd be like, what? And I'm like, a will? You mean a will to live? And she's like, Erin, I'm like, and she goes, no, like a will. I'm like, well, you wouldn't be on it, so go away. Like I would have that kind of attitude, like with her. But they're asking me that. My mom was looking at me way differently than the 15 years prior. I just was starting to die on it, and I wasn't the mom I wanted to be. I felt so much guilt then with not being the mom I wanted to be. And I think it's just I was so at that point of like it wasn't even like I'm gonna try and do this and again for the 500th time, because I always had the intention and I did want to get better. I think I just finally realized like I'm literally knocking on death's door.
Wow.
Like, sure, I could die, but then it's like, no, you're gonna die. You're gonna die, right? Oh wait, I think I'm gonna die. And it even took a year after me getting out of Oklahoma Treatment Center to fully, with slip ups, But I was just like, I can't watch my son getting older and looking at me like,
who?
are you going to die? He couldn't sleep at night. Like his dad had just died.
Oh.
So he was really, and so I think that was my turning point. Was like, I was hurt as a child in a completely different way.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to somehow scar my son.
Right.
And I think that and seeing, it was that along with like actually seeing, what am I going to do with my life? You're going to be dead. And then what?
Mm-hmm.
And my son seeing me with a tube up my nose on FaceTime when I was FaceTiming him.
Mm-hmm.
That was
destroying.
It probably was like, and he asked, I said I had a sinus infection. He knew I was a way to get better. He knew he was 6.5. I wasn't well, but I think literally I took a screenshot of it to remind myself as to if I started to slip, do I get goosebumps? Or do you want this again? And it's his little face like this. And then you see my face, and it's like a tube up my nose because I need to be gaining more weight, and I'm not gaining weight in there. And it was devastating knowing, oh my God, his dad just died of a heart attack a year before, and I'm sitting here, possibility of dying.
Right.
And I think when you're younger, or I don't know, I just didn't think I was going to die, or I didn't care.
Right.
I don't know. But I just know that point in Oklahoma was when I was like, well, I'm going to try and keep going. And this time you kept trying. I listened to the people instead of doing my own thing when I got out.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the hardest part of being sick in this disorder is hurting my son.
No, I hear you. Wow.
Yeah.
The power of babies. I tell you the power of
yeah, and that's why and even then it's like, well, people ask me, well, Erin, you have Kyler, how can you not, you can't do that for your son? And I'm like, and I finally got when I was like, I can't do it for myself. Like let me do this. Like that's why I kept trying to do it for him. And it kept not working. And I was like, I'm trying so freaking hard. I'm doing it for him. But then until I did it for myself. And then I was able to give it to him. Yeah. I know.
Oh, them babies, they make you crazy, but they make you sane at the same time.
Right.
Like, okay, I'm acting up, and I understand. I gotta take a woosah. Breathe, pause.
Through the nose. Through the mouth.
So, okay. So what happened? Like, what happened for you to get into the program to even want to teach at that point? Because it had to be, I mean, that's a big gap, like I am almost dead, and now I'm doing this for myself. I have to look at myself. I have to build up myself. But now I want to build up everybody else. Where did that come from? I mean, that's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
I think when I had come back and I was at home and I was doing, recovery program and I was going up and down, and I really knew that I wanted to help. I always been like, I wanted to do psychology or whatever. And so when I started to really recover and I was like, oh, I'm not going back to that. Oh, thank gosh. No. I found Sam. And anyone who hasn't, I mean, literally, Sam Kelly is, I love her. She's my heart. She's also, went through eating disorders and so hungry for happiness. I don't know how I came about. I literally was on a Facebook and saw the group. Just started looking, and I'm like, who is this chick? What is she doing? She wrote a book? She did. I mean, and it just got re-released by Hay House.
Yeah.
So it just came out again. But I was like, who is she? Wrote a book. I was like, so I got nosy, and I just, I started talking and being in the group more, and then within like another 6 months, I called them, and because they don't let everyone just come in, like, come on in and let's get into the program. You have to be in the right spot, and some people aren't.
Ready.
Someone with an eating disorder who wants to then become a coach.
Oh.
It's a whole. I mean, I don't know, 20% have eating disorders that are now recovered. So they're not going to allow, like, hey, you still have an eating disorder? Come on into this program. So they, I talked to her, and they're like, no, you're a perfect fit, Erin, because just how much I want to help and how much I somehow went from the death to this part of where, like, I am confident in my recovery and now being recovered to help and support and guide other women who are in the same spot I was in. And it's I get that like that I get, about talking about it from them,
Okay.
from knowing that I can do it. I always say, my thing is, ladies, if I can do this after 20 years, it does not matter how old you are. It does not matter what you've been through. It's shaped where you are at. We need to accept this. Doesn't mean we have to say it's okay or whatever. We need to forgive, and we need ourselves, others, work on our stuff and move through, because guess what? There's actually life. And it's just right there, and all you have to do is accept this gift.
Wow.
And let's do the work. We're not going to spiritually bypass this bad boy. We're going to go right through the muck.
Right there.
You got to go through it. And Sam's being with Hungry for Happiness. I just, even when I was recovered, they rip you open in a good way to learn more about yourself.
Right.
So you everything I had worked with my clients, I've done myself in depth, and like I just took on that program, and it was probably one of the most beneficial parts of my recovery, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I've been doing hospitals and therapies for 20 years, and it gave me a great base. Like, it does help save lives. So yes, please go if you need treatment. But being recovered and then having Sam and Hungry for Happiness, I was like, I could probably do this for a living. Like, huh. And so I mean, I left my job.
Right. Oh, wow.
After 12 years of working at Stanford. I said, I can't provide the area. That's why I say take that leap. I didn't know if I was going to make it, or take that leap. You have that feeling in you,
Right.
that you're meant for something.
Yes.
Even if you don't know, and you do it with conviction, clarity, knowing that feeling, that visceral yes feeling, intelligence, and it like comes into this alignment of yes, do it, because you can't go wrong.
No. Oh,
And it did. It has not led me wrong. People said I was crazy to leave.
No. No.
And I did, and I was like,
it's naysayers that say you're crazy to
right?
leave. Like, no, I got other things to do.
I just, I love the job, but I knew I wasn't fulfilled anymore. And then I really looked at everything, and I was like, oh my God, I can help other women.
Right. This is that next level, honey. That's okay.
And it makes it just makes my heart so happy, and it's like we help each other almost. Because I feel like personal development is like, it's going to be till the day I die. I'm always going to be learning.
Yes. No, honey, I'm trying to tell you that is such a profound profound testimonial to just anything in life. Really, if you think about it, a lot of people have these thoughts and this image of themselves, and it's not necessarily what it's supposed to be. You know, they see something that's not necessarily there too. So
Yeah.
now you make up in your mind that it's okay and you want more, you want
Mhm.
better, you
Yeah.
want it all, and everything you deserve is at your fingertips.
Yeah.
You gotta go and get it.
Yeah.
Get it. She took a chance, y'all. Okay, this is all I got to say. It's so funny because I mean it's not funny, but it's funny because I'm like, I know, right? You know I'm weird
Yeah.
like that. It's like you have to get rid of something to make room for the better.
Mhm.
And I think that is so important. Some people like they lose sight of that. You know, they're clinging, white fisting everything they have
Yeah.
because they don't want to lose what they have.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing here?
Right?
What-
It's a lot of like I feel fear. They live in fear.
yeah.
Fear of what ifs.
Yes.
The so they're clinging on to something or they're trying to make something happen
Right.
from a place that
You
is
can't.
not authentic. It's not who they. It's not. It's just anything I'm seeing is that I've done out of fear or is done out of fear in general. And
Mhm.
anything. Guess what's going to happen? It's not going to happen.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. You can't move on the same stuff. Okay. The saying goes, you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you get. You can't do anything different. Why can't you?
Right?
Yes. Come on. You can do it. You can
You
do it. You can do
can.
it. I think this is such an excellent talk, interview, whatever you want to call it, because I'm feeling motivated right now. Like I wanna just the hawk. Definitely.
Yes.
Because I feel like, you know, this is going to like really, really relate to a whole lot of people. And people are going to say initially, like, oh, no, bulimia. Oh, no, like,
Yeah.
you know, eating disorder. But it's not even about
yeah.
that.
No.
It's about the addiction and the
It is.
fear
It is.
of what.
Yes. It is. It is not
I
even.
can't.
It's not even. Like the alcohol. Well, it is, or the drugs, or mine was the eating disorder.
Right.
You take that away. It's the core beings, the pain, the sadness, the trauma,
Yes.
everything that has made you to who you are today.
Right.
And so it's about peeling back those things, especially now with COVID and this crazy world we're in.
Mhm.
There's so much mental health things that are coming up. Like, yeah, people are more depressed. You think? Like, what did you think they're gonna be happier? Like, so I'm like, yes, people need more support, and it's okay. And
Right.
so when I say yes, my little niche is like disorder eating and eating disorders, but it's mental health because
Yes.
people need help.
Yes.
They need to talk. They need to see what's going on. Hey, let's unpack these things. What are you feeling? Okay, you're feeling less than. You're feeling overwhelmed. You're feeling
Right.
stressed. Okay, well, let's bring in what are those things that we can resource
Right.
that and support you
Mhm.
to get you where you want to go. Because I know you don't want to be here. And
Yeah.
so I love being able to now kind of, fortunately with COVID, I've been working with other people who don't have eating disorders, but I've been like, hey, here, free session. So this is all like the least I can do for people
Right.
on like COVID Facebook groups to say any mental health.
Mhm.
So it's just been interesting talking to people, and it all comes down to the same thing:
Mm.
pain, fear, sadness, the past, fear of the
Right.
future,
Right.
and it's just manifesting itself in a different way. And really, it's all comes back down to that core.
It is. It really is. Huh. Like everything hurts now because I'm like, you know what? I want to jump up and down. I want to be like, yes. What are you doing? No, let me jump on a chair because I gotta. Because it really is so impactful because it's not just that one thing or other thing or the other thing or the other thing. It's not, it's you. You need to put yourself in this whole situation. And maybe you say, oh, no, I don't have no mental health issues. What are you addicted to? Some people are addicted to everything,
Social
everything
media,
yes.
like when they're on it 20 hours a
TV.
day, TV, Netflix, yeah, gambling, sex
Okay.
addictions. I mean, we could go on and on.
Drinking.
Drinking, drugs.
Okay. Sexting.
Mhm. Yeah,
Everything.
everything that is interfering, like, I mean, like gaming, like
Yes.
whatever.
That's a big
It's a
addiction.
whole, yeah, and there's actual help for that.
Yeah.
So I
I
feel
did see
it's
that.
really how it's presented maybe different,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe the way of like some of the behavior wise or things. There's gonna be different things to help with different certain addictions, but guess what? Underneath it, it's all gonna come down to your core
Mm-hmm.
central being and feeling of safety and love and getting the things that are the human needs met
Man.
in a healthy way.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sending you a lot of love. Because I just really, really feel that. I really feel how sincere you are. And I think that
Oh,
is such an amazing thing, especially for somebody that's went through as much as you
yeah.
have. I'm like, girl, you look like a bed of roses. That's all I'm going to
Oh,
say.
that's so sweet. I'm gonna just keep it on replay and play that for my son. This is what I look like. I'm
I'll
not.
put it on. I'll send it on your cell phone later.
I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna play it every time. He's so sweet.
I tell you, you guys, this is something good. It really is. It's a feel good moment. Like you might just kind of clench a little bit, but you're gonna feel good
Oh, I
afterwards. And like we're
promise.
having a great time. We're talking about it. Yes, it might be hard for you right now. You may not want to talk about it. You may not, believe that you have it. You may not even notice you have it. So, these are things that we try to bring to your attention so you can take advantage of the help, the support, the groups, the other people, meds. You might need some. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
saying everybody needs them. I'm just
You know what?
saying.
Whatever each person needs, I always say there's no judgment. Your
No.
doctor says you need it.
Yes.
You and your doctor. I always feel, it's hard because stigma around mental health, right?
Right.
So sometimes me, I'm a walking billboard and be like, yeah, it's all good though. I don't go well. But everyone has their stuff, and I know it can be kind of hard to say it or whatever. That's why, especially with what any mental health, I get more DMs, a lot of DMs,
Mm-hmm.
not comments, because people and they say it's because they don't want to say anything on my
Right.
Instagram,
Which makes
and I
sense.
get it, and that's why I say no, it's all good. Like it does make sense. It's just hard so people know that they're not alone, no matter what. Because I mean, I had anxiety like out of control, panic attacks. Add that with everything else. I'm telling you, hot mess express. So for real,
Not the local, the
no,
express.
it went all around the country. And it popped off sometimes. Okay, sometimes
I'm
I'd
sorry.
win.
I'm sorry, sis. I'm sorry.
Oh no, true story. Like, yeah. So that's why it's like, I mean, it really, people just have to know that there are, in whatever subset, that there are people that do understand. If you are in recovery from anything right now, it is
Right.
super hard. It's much more hard give yourself some grace, some compassion, understand that no form of anything is a linear. Nothing in life.
No, it's
It's
not.
just not.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
But
It's not.
the whole thing is you pick yourself back up if you slip, if you
Yeah.
make a mistake, if you do something that you doesn't feel good to you,
Right.
just keep going. Don't go the opposite way, because guess
Right.
what? You're back at square one.
That's true.
And to reach out,
Mm-hmm.
because it may feel whatever, but there are reasons why there are people in different things that want to help. Or it's your family, or it's a coach, a therapist, a doctor,
Right. Mm-hmm.
a community group,
That's true.
church. Like there's so many different things, and just know that people do that. There is kindness, and there is non-judgment from a lot of people. If you
Right.
don't feel like you can talk about it,
Right.
because some people don't, in their immediate, I don't want to be seen, I can't tell.
Right.
Social media, that's the greatness of this. Is the greatness of it is because you can get out of it and not be known if you want to get help.
Right. That's true. That's very
know?
true. DMs, y'all. DMs.
Yeah. Just know there's so many people like you. Like, I'm always like, oh my gosh, look at you. You are sharing like different topics and things that are really important. Give different perspectives
Yeah.
to things that people may not have even known,
Right. Right.
but maybe
I
just
didn't even know,
and it just cracks open a little thought of like, hey, it's not. There's just so much more, and there's also just so much love for people that are suffering.
Right.
And there's many reasons. There's so much help and empathy.
Yeah.
But I also hold accountability,
Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. I love her so much.
You're so sweet.
I do. So, okay. We gotta go to an end. All good things must come to an end. Oh, I know, right? Ugh, sucky. But what I do want to, I do want to give them the information on how to reach you. So if they do have questions or do want to talk, or just want to have a group or anything to that nature, be a part of something, because I think that's really important. You want to always feel a part of something, so you're not by yourself and not lonely, like you said.
It is.
So
It is very helpful.
give us your info, dear heart.
My info. Well, I'm on a roll today. I am actually. I am actually a little bit more tame, but you know what? This day has just gone.
You people.
Oh, she didn't find me on the side of the road, I promise.
No. I would make sure she was battered more.
Right? I'd be like this. I brushed my hair. So let's see. Instagram. It's just the Erin Reiland Love. That's where I like to kick it. But it's where you come see my shenanigans. No, just love.
Just love.
Love. Hopefully. And then my Facebook is Erin Reiland. There you go. InBodyLove Coaching with Erin Reiland. It's my Facebook page. And it links up with the group. Come on over and chat. I like to chat a lot there. And my website. InBodyLoveCoaching.com.
InBodyLoveCoaching.com. Gotta get a song with it.
That's a good one right there. That is. That's a really good one. Yeah, and for anyone, anyone who, even if you don't have an eating disorder or that or whatever, I have anyone wants like a free, no strings attached, not going to try to whatever, for an hour to talk. If you're stressed, if you're this, if you're that.
Right.
If you just want to talk, we can talk. But I can't help support you.
Right.
In truth, I can't help support you. Maybe send you in a different resources if you need it, for any type of mental health or
Right.
addiction, anything. I just like to let people know I am 100%. Reach out. And so DM me or any of that, my website, any of it. I'll give all the messages.
Hey, we'll do it. We'll do. So, okay. They can reach you. We have all that information and different things like that. Thank you so much, Erin. You have been absolutely phenomenal, dear.
Thank you for having this platform to just give people, some extra love and resources and try to get through these times,
Yeah, hey, you know what? I think we all need love. And I
Yeah.
think it's important because, like, okay, I do this because you guys see that I always have somebody on here that is doing something that they have a major passion for. They've gone through some stuff to get to that point. So, whereas they want to either help you, they want to teach you, they want to greet you, whatever you want to do, they want to help you. Okay, so I make sure, hey, I vet a lot of people. Me and Erin, oh my God, I think we were talking on the phone for like 30 minutes before I even got on. So it was so much fun. And oh my gosh, she's just as goofy as I am. So it didn't help. Did help. So I was just like, but you know what? I love people like that because I'm like, I don't need fake people. There's enough. There's enough out there and they're all planting to try to get only things for them and for no one else. And I think that's a very stingy individual. And I'll keep saying it over and over again if I need to. Don't be stingy. Don't you know you have to, when God blesses you with something, you got to make room for it. You can't sit there and just hold on to this. I'm talking about that white knuckle. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because like, what are you making room for? You're not making room for anything when you're holding on to everything and you're not being an open heart. Nobody can love you that way. Nope. Oh, I didn't say that one before. Nobody can love you that way if you don't open your heart. Open your heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let open yourself up and put good stuff in and release and feel all the things that are no longer serving you. They can go to bye-bye.
Wusa.
Right?
Yes. We're going to breathe. Hey, that stuff work, y'all. I tell people to, hey, take a breath. Wusa.
It's all about the breath.
It really is. Okay. We will be on here a lot longer. I can tell. Thank you so much for your energies and your effort. And thank you, my Mayan tribe. You guys have been on it, okay? I mean, I love you guys. You don't understand how happy you guys make me because OMG. Yes, I feel like a little kid right now. Right? OMG. Like, I love the responses. I love the camaraderie. I love that y'all know now. Sisters on Patreon, help me out, please. Okay, so you know I have the radio show. You know I have this platform as well. And guess what? The TV show is coming up soon. So I need some help. Okay, I'm not trying to get y'all to do anything, but I figure you can have some cute stuff when you give and help and whatnot. And so you got some stickers. And look, I got the hoodies and the t-shirts. So come on, bring it. Let's do it. And so, but thank you. I thank you. I thank you every single last one from the bottom of my heart. If you want to ever reach out to me, I'm at oneladymyya@gmail.com. You know how to spell Myya, Myya. Okay, and you know why? Because your homegirl is special. So definitely, I love you guys so much, and we will see you guys later.